Yo, what is going on, everyone? Hope you guys have been doing well. My name is Dylan and welcome back to another video. For today's video, what I want to do is I want to showcase some of the things that I've been incorporating into my fall and winter wardrobe rotation. Mostly some jackets, but also like a couple pairs of pants. And then I really want to showcase the latest ENTREM drops. So we'll get to all that in just a minute, but I don't want to waste your guys' time. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so first off, we have this beautiful vintage Marlboro denim jacket. So I picked this up off of Grailed for what I think was a really good price. I think I paid like around $80 for it. But yeah, it's in this beautiful, like sort of washed out gray denim, and there's a ton of subtle detail to this piece that I think makes it really unique and interesting. So we have these like curved seams for the front bodice panels right here, as well as these two really cool pockets up here that are closed with these jean tack button closures, large triangular plackets for the split cuff area, and then a ton of really subtle Marlboro branding on here, which normally I don't really vibe with a lot of external branding, but the details here are so subtle that I think it adds a really interesting flair. So we have this tiny little Marlboro tag right here on the front pocket. All of the jean tack buttons that are used for the closures have little Marlboro branding on them as well. And then of course we have the standard tag in the back of the neckline. But yeah, I haven't exactly dated this piece, but because of the cut of the jacket and how cropped it is and how it's sort of small and cinched kind of at the waist, I believe it is from the 80s. But regardless, this thing fits me super well. The sleeves are like a perfect length on me, and I love layering with this piece. And I think that the washed out sort of look of this old gray denim really goes well with the color palette that I currently wear, which is mostly neutrals. But yeah, super stoked on this piece. I think it is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to continue to wear this for years to come. Okay, so next up on my list, we have this pair of pants that I picked up. This is the Blindate Ink studded and flared denim pant. I believe this is called the Concept 1. They released another garment alongside this called the Concept 2, I think, which is like a layered long sleeve shirt. But I really wanted to pick up this pair of pants for its really fun and unique detail, which you can see is the studded pocket right here. So Blindate Ink is a curated vintage and designer reseller with a focus on like mostly distressed garments or darkwear garments, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that they sell kind of has like a Y2K meets goth vibe to it, which is really interesting to me and can come out visually really cool depending on what you're looking at. But yeah, they sell like a ton of Rick Owens, a ton of Raf Simons, and a ton of just distressed vintage pieces. I highly recommend checking them out, and I've purchased from them before, which is why this caught my eye whenever they dropped it. So this jean is made from a 12-ounce Japanese denim. It immediately felt really comfortable to me whenever I put it on, but I still want to get these through that break-in period because I really want them to have sort of like a more worn-out denim look, and I think that it'll fit better with the rest of my wardrobe. But regardless, I've been wearing these a ton, and there's a lot of nice little details on this thing. So we have, in addition to the studded pocket, there's a small D-ring on the belt loop up front, and they also placed a D-ring in the center back belt loop as well. Super high-waisted, so it fits me kind of exactly how I want a pair of jeans to fit me. But yeah, check out Blindate Ink if you haven't, and we'll just move on to the next one. Okay, so next up, if you have been following me on social media at all, then you've probably seen me post about this a ton. So here is the latest ENTREM drop, being the regolith chore jacket. So whenever I was designing this jacket, I really wanted to make a sort of more simple and streamlined chore jacket that I could post onto the website as a different ready-to-wear option alongside one of the things that I'm about to show you in a minute. I wanted something that was sort of like a simple statement piece that had like a little bit of flair to it but wasn't like overly showy or flashy. So I ended up on this design. So there's a lot of simple but really nice detail when it comes to this piece. So we have our two front chest pockets completed with the double welts right here, and then two large angular front pockets that are reinforced with gunmetal rivets. And then you'll notice the gunmetal snap front placket closure all down the front here, as well as the gunmetal snap for the split cuff closure as well. And so if we flip it around to the back, we can also see that the sleeve is comprised of 2 separate pieces. So there's this really nice seam detail that goes sort of around the back of the sleeve, as well as this double paneled back bodice with a spine seam going down right here, and then 2 sewn in pleats underneath the yoke. So yeah, these run like a little bit oversized. I would say that the small is more like in between a medium and a large. Yeah, so there are only several of these made across the few sizes. So whenever they are gone, they will probably not be restocked. So get these while you can. I'll leave a link down in the description below to the regolith chore jacket so you can check it out in more detail on the website if you want. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next piece. Okay, so next up, this is a really cool find. I found these on Grailed when I was looking for a vintage pair of Levi's to pick up, and then I found this pair of Levi's orange tab 618s. So the thing that initially drew me to this pair of Levi's whenever I was looking at them on Grailed is if we turn it around to the back, we can see that the leather patch has been stamped with irregular. And so what this means is essentially there was a defect in the manufacturing process for this pair of pants. And once I found out that this was the case, I was like scouring the pant to try to figure out what exactly made them ineligible to be sold in the Levi's stores. And I found this. If we take a look, there's actually a missing yarn in the weft of the fabric, so it creates this like weird looking stitch line that comes across the fabric right here in the front of the leg, as well as if we turn it around, we can see it in the back of the leg right here too. So basically there was just an issue when this fabric was being woven that caused that little detail. But I really think that this was a really cool find. I did release the hem to make them a little bit longer, and if we flip it back around, we can actually see that the orange tab was ripped out from underneath the back pocket here. But I do believe that this is a pair from the 80s. The denim feels super high quality, and yeah, I'm just super stoked to keep wearing these. All right, next up. Okay, so next up we have another ENTREM release. So this is the CKX23 hoodie in black. So I did a production run for these probably like a little over a year ago, so I still have some back stock that's available on the website. This is a super heavyweight French terry hoodie with a ton of detail going on. So if you haven't checked these out, I'll get up close and show you some of the detail. The front bodice is actually made of 2 different panels, one of which is the ribbed material rather than just the straight up French terry. And then we also have a double sleeve detail with the reverse side of the French terry showing rather than, you know, the right side, as well as reverse French terry hood gusset that runs through the middle of the hood right there. Large front kangaroo pocket that is accessible via these welts in the front, and then rib knit side gusset. So yeah, if you know me at all, you know that I wear this non-stop when it gets cold out, and I have been for probably the past year or so. I'll throw up on the screen a side-by-side comparison of me wearing this one, which is the sample piece that has been unworn, versus the one that I've been wearing for like over a year. And I think that because of the hefty nature of this fabric, it just wears in really well over time and starts to look really good with age. But yeah, I'll also be linking these down below in the description if you want to check these out as well. Like I said, these are the only other ready-to-wear option that's available on the ENTREM website, but I have them in this colorway and also in quartz, this colorway. I generally always rock the black one. I love layering with it. It has a super nice cropped fit to it that isn't too cropped, but overall I'm just really stoked on this design. So get these while you can, because there are only several available across a few different sizes for both the quartz colorway and the black colorway. All right, and last but not least, you know it, you love it. What I had to pick up for this season is one of these huge, oversized, vintage canvas Carhartt jackets. It took me forever to find one that wasn't in the $250 to $300 range that sort of checked all the boxes for what I wanted out of one of these heavy Carhartt jackets. I'm so glad that I found this one, and I got it off Grailed for probably about like 80 to 85. But yeah, it has this super worn in and beautifully distressed canvas outer with the solid black quilted synthetic liner. And then the collar is the dark brown corduroy collar. That this thing is like so old and worn out that you can barely even really kind of tell that it's brown anymore, and it fits in really well with all the other neutrals that I wear. But yeah, this thing is freaking gigantic on me. It is an XL, and for reference, I'm 5'11", so because it is so huge, I can just layer pretty much anything I want underneath it. It's been keeping me warm all season long. This is kind of like a staple piece for a workwear wardrobe, and I'm surprised that I hadn't picked one up earlier. I'll probably try to pick up another one in the near future, or maybe sometime next year, that's in a smaller size so I can have a little bit more versatility with this kind of a jacket. But still really glad to be able to incorporate this into my wardrobe. Yeah, I just think that these vintage Carhartt jackets are so sick. The canvas just looks so good over time. I mean, you can tell that this thing is like really worn out, and it also has a very soft feel to it as well. It has basically the perfect amount of distressing that I wanted whenever I was looking for one. So yeah, that about does it for this jacket. And that's all I have to show for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, let me know if you have any questions about anything that I've shown or any of the ENTREM pieces, just questions in general. I would love to chat with you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You would be helping me out a ton. If you are interested in either the regolith chore jacket or the CKX23 hoodie, those are available on the website, which I've linked below. And they are also available for either shop pay or interest-free installments if you guys are interested in that at all. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace.